Okay, so what was that you said, Nate?
Well, the generation you grew up in, and this is no disrespect to you, this is the generation, is everybody makes the team. Everybody gets an award. When I was growing up, when I was playing basketball, only two teams won trophies. The first place team, the second place team. You didn't get a trophy just for participating. You had to actually make it to the finals. That's how it was. When I played travel ball, I was scouted. I was recruited. The coaches went up to my dad and said, "Who is that kid?" Everywhere I go, the coaches went up to my dad. Not everywhere I went, but when I played NJB, they had a travel team, a travel club program called All Net. I was recruited. My dad didn't. We didn't know anything about travel ball. We didn't know nothing about it. Coaches was going up to my dad and to my mom. Who is that kid? We were recruited. Now the way travel ball is, anybody can play if they just pay the money.
There,
See the team.
there's
See, and that's why you have a lot of bad travel ball teams.
there's no effort in any of it.
Right.
There's
So you guys are going against teams that are scouted, recruited. That's how some of these teams are, just running these kids out the gym because they're playing against kids that their parents paid to get them on the team, rather than a coach going out hand picking his players.
rather than just earning his spot, earning his invite.
Yes, and he went up to all the leagues and to all the parks and saw all the kids that could play. You're gonna have a good team. You're out scouting your players rather than just having a sign up sheet and whoever can pay the $300 is or $400 or $500 is on the team. So now that you're older, this is no disrespect.
I gotta step it up.
Yeah, they were. Oh, is there a camp? Where can he sign up? No,
It's not.
college basketball. They go and scout you. They don't have camps. If there's a camp, it's to fund the coaches and the fund the basketball program. Those coaches already know who they want on their team. If they got a camp, they'll see a few good players who are tearing it up at the camp, and that's who they might handpick from the camp, and they gonna have to compete for a spot. There's rules and levels to this. Them AAU teams, these kids are groomed to go to the NBA. You're competing with kids who are being groomed to go to the NBA, and this is their way out of their situation. Mama has to get her bills paid. Mama has to get her lights paid, and this is these kids' way for the whole family. You have that, or you're having the new generation of kids. Their fathers played in the NBA. Their fathers played college basketball, or their moms played, so they grew up in it. And then you have kids in between. You got the kids from Europe who they go to basketball camps. I mean, and I'm not talking about basketball camp like out here in Southern California. I mean, they're grooming these kids to play pro ball. That's why they play in overseas. A lot of these guys turn pro at 16, 17, and 18. So you're competing with kids who are obsessed over basketball. And whatever you want to do in life, you have to have an obsession over it. You gotta have an obsession over what you want to become in life. And so a lot of these parents, they is there a camp? Where can you sign up? They're still stuck on everybody gets an award type mentality. It don't work like that in college basketball. You saw it.
Yep.
You saw how you had to compete.
Yep. Yep. I because of that, I had to learn that lesson the hard way.
Right.
But hey, look at me now. It helped.
Right. So when I'm tough on you, I know you got mad at me when I was coach. But remember, I'm a coach.
Yeah, when you what?
Well, it seemed like you got it when I was talking about on Friday.
Oh no,
Oh,
no.
okay, okay.
No, I mean, I'll admit I kind of, what's the word? I don't want to say depressed, but kind of. Well, I wasn't upset. It just got to me because I couldn't really argue about it. I couldn't really say anything about that.
But have I always been like that with your basketball?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, and
And
you
it
became
helps.
a better player for that.
That, Nate, why do you think I stay silent? Like when I told you, it's like, okay, I know what you're gonna say. Like even if you say I don't know what you're gonna say, I know it's something I need to hear.
Right.
So that's why I was like, okay.
And
Even if I told you the reason why, I let you say it because at the end of the day, whether you were right or wrong about that, you weren't wrong in that scenario. You weren't because like of course like if I was in that situation, I probably would have said much rather the same thing.
And I was always that guy to where when you would get 18, like, yeah, Jay, you could have got more, or hey, you could have got more rebounds. I was always pushing you to be a better ball player, and also too, when you wouldn't score a lot of points, I'm like, man, you played good. Why would I say that?
Because I played hard.
Thank you,
Played with effort.
thank you, bingo. You played hard. It's not about scoring a bunch of points, because if you play hard, the points will eventually come. The rebounds are going to come when you play hard. When you don't play hard, you miss opportunities. That's why in life, whether you get your degree or not, just work hard. You never seen a man who's broke who has a work ethic. You never seen a broke man with the work ethic.
Well, you're not broke, but you get the idea.
Yeah. If you're, see, look, what are you doing? You're outside. We worked hard yesterday. You made good money yesterday. Nothing gets accomplished sitting in your room.
Nope.
Nothing gets accomplished sitting at home. That's why I motivate you. You got your driver's license in 2 years. You finish your first year in college. You've been working consistently weekends.
Start digging it back up on training
Yeah.
basketball, going back to the gym.
Going to the gym.
We're going back to old routines.
Exactly. That's why I'm the way I am. So when your graduation, I'll be there. It's like, okay, you better give me a shout out. Because, like I said, I'm going to still be working with you your whole 4 years, your next 3 years, because you finish your first year, next 3 years in college.
You forgot a key detail.
What's that?
Well, you've been working with me since I was 5 years old. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you a shout out for that. You've been with me since I was 5 years old.
And Leo's going off to college.
Yeah.
Huh, Leo? I've been with Leo since he was 10 years old. You know how proud that makes me feel? The guys I work with are off in college.
And all of us gonna do
And
your
you
job.
stayed, but I want to stick to this point. You guys didn't give up. You guys took my harsh critique. Leo too. Leo used to get mad and like out here, and he would yell. I'm like, Leo, run faster, run harder. He's doing great in basketball. There's a method to my madness, and
I'm gonna steal that phrase when I get older.
and with this generation, they're too soft, they're too sensitive, they're easily offended. They quit when something goes wrong. They quit when things don't go their way, and I blame the parents for that. Spoon feeding them.
You're missing a key. You're missing a key term for that.
What's that?
Spoiled.
They blame everything on a condition.
Isn't that your job then to help them get through that condition?
Well, I'm just saying.
As a parent.
I'm just saying for the new generation. I've never heard the word anxiety so much in my freaking life. And I'm not talking if people who are really suffering. Okay, they're suffering, but that word is thrown out so much. Do you have anxiety on certain things?
Even if I did, it never stopped me, did it?
Thank you.
Like,
You
for example,
pushed through it.
I'll admit, I do get a little nervous during games, but even at my worst, I still play the game.
And what classes?
I play hard. I make sure I sweat out there.
when you stayed on the dorms, did you have anxiety?
No, it was
Oh, okay.
it was an adjustment. I wasn't sure I was gonna go.
But you pushed
It was
through
an
it.
adjustment. It wasn't as bad as I thought it'd be. Well, it was even if it was the worst dorm, even if it was the worst dorm on campus. But yeah, if I got used to living in there, yeah, I think I'm good.
Okay.
So yeah,
But do
not
you
as
get
bad.
anxiety? Like, do you get anxiety in your classes?
No, I do get a little nervous for tests like for this semester because they were in person. But that's why I studied for them.
Okay. So what do you do to push through your anxiety? Like, what are some of the things that you do to help you overcome your anxiety?
One
Two things, just two things.
one of the things, and this you can take this however you want.
Yeah,
This is one of my ways. But whenever I got time, what I would do is I would just relax. I would just relax and play mobile games on my phone.
that's good
I would
because
when
you
I
do
have the
that. That's
time.
the coping mechanism to help you release that anxiety
Yeah.
and whatever works.
Not is it the best? No. Does it work though? Yes.
Okay. Okay.
There are other methods. I'll admit
But
that.
it keeps you from giving up. It
Yeah.
keeps you from dropping out of college. It keeps you from not quitting, or excuse me, it keeps you from quitting. That's what I meant to say.
Yeah.
It keeps you from quitting.
It gets my mind off
It
things.
gets your mind off things.
Gets my mind off things. Helps me think about something else because thinking about it, there are worse things that could happen.
Because you were teased in high school, right?
Bullied more specifically.
At high school.
In high school. Oh no. Teased.
Did
Yes.
that stop you?
No.
Were you bullied in middle school?
Middle school was worse, and no, that didn't stop me.
Thank you. You didn't let that stop you.
Nope.
But at the same time, that's why I was there. Don't let people bully you. Don't let people do mentally tough.
Yeah.
This generation of kids need to be mentally tough.
So I'm probably one of the tougher kids then.
You are.
Having to endure all that.
So sometimes,
I'm sensitive too, but I'm not as.
so am I. I'm
But,
sensitive too.
but we know how to handle it though.
Right. I was bullied a lot. And that's why, I have the mindset that I have. But yeah, I don't want to ramble too much. But yeah, man.
You should see him in the dorms. I knew how to talk to them because after experiencing middle school and high school, I knew how to talk. I knew how to talk to them. What's that old phrase? They were spitting game, so I was spitting a little game too.
Yeah. All right, whatever works.
Yeah, it works. It works. Normally, especially they were wild. They were wild though.
Cool.
The dorm neighbors, even my dorm mates at times.
Oh, silly.
Yeah, silly would be an understatement.